Going? Okay. So welcome, you guys. I'm so excited for this call. Jennifer, I have been picking her ear and just begging her to be on a call, and she said anytime, and I finally got on top of it and asked her to join us. I had the pleasure of spending some time in the Mediterranean with Jennifer Trinkner and her husband, Tom. So I got to get to know both of them very well. They are wonderful travelers, so nice. She has a heart of gold, and as with any leader in Isagenix who is successful as she is, I know that she's an incredible person, and I can't wait for most of you to, some of you I know her and are on her team, but for those of you who don't know her yet, to get to know her more tonight. She is an Isagenix millionaire. She is a mama of two. Her husband, Tom, is a dentist. They live in, is it North Carolina or
South
Carolina? South Carolina, and she has all these ranks and stars, I believe 12-star platinum and 20-something executives, I'm sure 19, I don't know, so many. But she is somebody that I inspire or really aspire to be. She is also, is it Miss Bikini America? Is that what you won?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Which just to me shows your level of discipline and drive, and you just inspire me, my friend. So I'm so excited to hear from you tonight. So welcome to the call.
Well, thank you for having me. It's so great to see your face. I know you've been busy traveling too, so wow, thank you for setting this up. It's just an honor to be here with you.
I have a table full of ladies here that are taking notes too, that are so excited to be learning from you. So if you could just start out by telling us a little bit more about you. Again, you have a lot of people on this call who haven't had the chance to hang out and chat with you like I have. So tell them, who is Jennifer and how did she get into Isagenix?
Well, as you said, I have two kids. I'm married. Prior to Isagenix, I modeled for many years. I've always been into fitness, health, fitness competing. But I just, and I traveled the world and I did all kinds of things and it was great, but I never really felt fulfilled. And I started to have some just serious digestive issues after my second child. And I was just kind of a mess. I was just like tired and, just not feeling fulfilled. I knew I was being called to do something bigger, and I had prayed about it for years. And a very dear friend of mine shared Isagenix with me, and I got started, and it literally changed my life. It changed my health and allowed me to find my passion and my purpose. And it's just the best gift that anyone has ever shared with me.
So when did you actually start? How many years ago now?
6.5. So it was actually July of 2011 that I got started on the products. And by day number 5, I was, everybody says it's like you swallowed a rainbow. That's what it was like for me. It was just, I mean, I was amazed how great I felt. My digestive issues were gone. I was sleeping better. My workouts were better. I was seeing more results in the gym. And waking up feeling like I didn't need coffee to get going in the morning. And that was huge. So very quickly, I started to share it, even though I said no to this business. I was just talking about it to everyone. I was like, everybody deserves to know about this, because I really struggled, you guys, for like 3 years with just really serious digestive things going on. So, so I just wanted to share it. And then the more I learned about Isagenix, and of course the compensation plan, the culture, Jim and Kathy Coover, our leadership, I just got more and more excited about it. So that's how I started. Are you still here?
I'm here. Yeah, I was just trying to mute people. If you guys could just mute yourself. I'm going to go through and mute everybody again really quick. And then if you could unmute yourself, we had just some background noise and I don't want anything that you're saying to not come through clearly. So just a second, one more time. Okay. There. So annoying. Okay, good. We're good now. Sorry. I wish there was an easier way to do it. So I think I would love to hear, so you said you started because you love the products and you just had such a passion and wanted other people to feel as good as you did. I know that there was a massive shift that kind of happened, and product user Jennifer, who was maybe looking for something more, to true business builder, millionaire boss lady Jennifer. And there was coaching involved and life changes. And so can you take me through that process and maybe what that shift was for you? Oh, you're muted. I'm sorry. Can you unmute yourself again?
Okay. Yes, it was a huge shift for me because I've always been kind of a control freak. I thought I had to know everything about everything about what's in the products, the compensation plan, how it worked. And it was actually my success coach, Jeffrey Combs, that really helped me to break through some of those barriers. And I really attribute a lot of that personal growth and really uncovering some things that were holding me back. But as soon as I let that stuff go and just kept the main thing, which is sharing Isagenix, sharing this gift, that was a big shift. And then not only that, but really treating it like a business and really valuing my time. I mean, that was really, really big, and really setting appointments and, just having a schedule. And I'd never run a business. So all of this was really kind of new to me. And, but I was really, really consistent. And I knew when I did this that I was not stopping. I wasn't one of those that says, I'm going to give it a try. And no, I was like, I'm doing this and I'm going to do it as long as it takes.
So what does
I've had that kind of mind.
Yeah. Would you say like a normal day looks like for you in terms of setting that, because you have kids and you have a husband that works, you have all that stuff, you're training for things at times. So when you made that shift, what did that literally look like for you? Like
it was really out of balance. So I can tell you, I had to learn balance over the years because I was really out of balance. And I had that, the conversation with my family, and I'm like, this is what we're going to do, and this is what is going to be required. So I had to really have help from the family, so that we were kind of doing this together, because I knew I couldn't do it all on my own. So it was really, really out of balance. I did a lot of calls at night, especially when the kids went to bed. I did a lot of my training at night, in the back office. And I kind of came in, and you guys, I was on two dead legs. I really didn't know. I didn't really have upline support. I didn't know anything about anything. And that just really speaks volumes for the tools that we have in Isagenix. I just literally went through websites and went through the back office and trained myself. But I just did it whenever I could. I just fit it in whenever I could. When the kids went to school, I'd be on calls. When they were at sporting events, I'd be on calls. So it was just whenever I could squeeze it in. And then late at night, a lot of stuff late at night online, because I started building on Facebook, and I knew that was going to be a powerful tool for me, and it's free. So I just started making connections and making more connections. And I got a whole lot of people telling me I was crazy. No way. I didn't care. I'm like, that's okay. Next.
So I love that. That was so interesting to me, because we've talked about that before. You're like, well, I just get on these, I connect with people on Facebook. I just keep staying consistent on Facebook. But what do you literally do? Because I'm sure a lot of people are out there thinking, I do that a lot on Facebook, but I'm not getting a lot of people to say yes too. What did that connecting on Facebook actually look like? Was it just a friend request, or was it further than that?
Well, I was really, really forward, I guess, in the beginning. I'm a little bit more, a little bit more laid back about it now. But when I started, I would just send a friend request and just reach out. Hey, how are you? And they'd come back, I'm great. How are you? And then I'd say, do you have time for a quick question? And they always say yes. And I'd say, do you keep your options open when it comes to improving the quality of your health and or wealth? I can't tell you how many times I sent that message. Thousands, probably. And some people didn't respond. Some people did. Some people said no. That's okay. They started to watch. And that was really my plan. I'm like, I'm just going to put it out there. I mean, what's the worst they could do? Say no, or say I'm crazy? I didn't care. But I can tell you, a lot of people started watching from that point, and it's just been the power of consistency, daily action. And now they're coming back, and they started to come back. So that was one of the questions you were going to ask me is how does that happen and the consistency of it? And a lot of those people are they're kind of like in a funnel, if you will. So they're coming back because I connected with them maybe years ago, and they've been watching all of this time because I've stayed consistent from day one. It wasn't like I dipped my toe in, left for a while. Okay. I've been consistent for 6.5 years. And if there's one thing I can tell you, that's what it is. You just have to stay consistent in what you're doing and don't quit.
So how did you initially, when you connected with people on Facebook, would you just find people in your area? Would you find people with like-minded interests? Like if you're competing, other competitors, other dentist wives, moms?
So I would go into other friends lists and find, people of influence, affluence, people that I wanted to connect with. And that's just what I did. And I sent out messages, and this was years ago. So you got to be a little bit more careful today with Facebook and, the rules that they have. So, used to, I was sending out 20, 30 friend requests a day, and I got thrown in Facebook jail quite a few times. So I don't recommend doing that. So instead of doing that, send messages to people, just find something on their page, find something that you relate to. If you've got kids, or sporting, your kids do the same sporting events, just find common ground of something that you can talk about, pay a compliment to someone, be, genuine and authentic about it, but just making that little connection. People love to be, complimented on things. So I've done that a lot too, or I'll just go on somebody's page and just, say a few things, because every time you do that, people start to watch you, and then you're in their news feed. And then I send out birthday messages to every single person on my Facebook, list for that day. People love that too. And it's a voice message.
That's really smart. I love that. Now, thinking about when you talk to these people and you say, do you keep your options open? Do you try to get them on the phone as fast as possible? Do you, what's that kind of next step? Do you just kind of, or even now, let's say you're more, trying to compliment or whatever. Do you lead with the product or the business or both? I mean, just kind of, I know people love verbiage and scripts. What does that look like to you?
So from that point, if they said, yes, I'm interested in both, or, I could really use some help in, with my nutrition or whatever, I'd ask them if they have time to watch a quick video. And most of them say, yes, I can watch it now, tomorrow, whatever, but I'm setting the appointment and I'm getting the phone number before I share any information. So if they say, I can watch it right now, I say, great. What is a good number and time for me to reach you once you've watched it? So I can, we can discuss it further and I can answer any questions that you have.
I love that. I have questions back here. They're dying to know what's your favorite video to send people.
The Mary Just Cleanse video, I don't know if you guys use that. I really love that one, but if you're not using that one, it's Isagenix Difference. I still really, really like that one a lot because it covers not only the products but the business opportunity. For women, I still really like Enterprising Women. That's always been one of my favorite. But the majority of time it's Isagenix Difference because it's not too long. It covers business and product.
Okay. And then, so you, my friend, are the rock star of it all in that you not only are the top enroller out of the top 50, but you're also the top seller of the value pack out of the entire company. And I know that you have a training on it on Isagenix Business. Is that where you some people saw it? Yeah. We can hear more, but I would love for you to speak to that today because I think that there's so much, obviously, even more value in the value pack now. They talk about it for a reason, but why do you feel, maybe reflecting back on your journey, you've been so successful and you sell it more than other people? Have you been able to identify that, or do you have any ideas?
It's all about posture. And I saw a training that you did and I've learned so much from you too, and just your verbiage around that, but it really is all about our posture and our own, how we feel about it. So if we're giving off that it's not the best value, that's what we're going to get back. So when I'm talking to somebody, they're in they don't care about the price because I've created so much excitement around the value pack that they're in. So I think it's just, first asking questions. You got to first ask questions, find out what their goals are, finding out what they're looking to improve, and then talk to them about they're going to have the best product experience with the value pack, and then go into why that is, how many meals they're going to be replacing, but I don't go into it thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to give me objections. I'm going into this, they're going to be so excited that this is such a great value, and they're going to get, in the best shape of their life. They're going to feel fantastic, and they're going to actually save money in the process. So that's how I'm going into it. And that's why I have no problem selling value pack. I teach that to my team, and it duplicates. And that's why I've had such great success with duplication, is people are doing the same thing. They're duplicating that.
Yes, and I think we are doing something, and I'm not sure if you have your team do this, but I know next week we're doing a value pack challenge week, where I feel that leaders who've never purchased the value pack need to do that and need to make that investment themselves, because don't you think it's so powerful to have
Absolutely.
that box show up? And now with the extra products in it, the new blender, everything, all the true value in it, they need to experience it.
Absolutely, because you can't sell something or you can't be passionate about something unless you've done it yourself. So that's the most important thing. If you guys haven't done the value pack, you need to do it, because people are going to say, well, what did you start with? Right? They're going to say, if you started with a 30-day and you don't have experience with the vitamins and the snacks and the, all the other stuff, that's going to come across. They're going to be like, well, I'll just start with a 30-day too. So you'll build your business faster if you go ahead and value pack and have that product experience, because your posture will change once you do it.
I love that. And I hear the conviction in your voice, and I think that's just so powerful. And I think one of the biggest things you said was you aren't sitting there waiting for their objection. I think so many people fear, because their money mindset is still so low, or it sounded like a lot to them at one point, that they're fearing the objection. Do you tend to welcome objections? At this point, I see sometimes I welcome objections, because it leads me into adding more solutions to what I should bring to people.
Yes. If I come across an objection, I'm showing them, this is how we're going to get your products paid for. If price is an issue, you really deserve to take a look at this opportunity. Let me show you how we can get your products paid for. And I'm having that conversation from the beginning anyway. When I'm enrolling them, I'm telling them you're going to have far better success if you have 2 accountability partners come in with you. You're going to get $450 back. You guys, that's amazing. I'm still so fired up about that. 2 free enrollment coupons for your friends and family. That's amazing.
Now, I love what you said about you deserve to learn about the opportunity, or you deserve. So do you talk about the business? How much do you kind of talk about the business from the get-go? And are there, it sounds like from that script you said, are your options open? You kind of come out with, this is a business. And obviously with the great confidence, as we all have, that these products are incredible. There's no question to that. But do you find yourself leading with the business more, or do you kind of go hand in hand?
I go hand in hand, because I'll tell you, had my girlfriend come to me and said, I have this amazing business opportunity for you, I would have been running, because I wasn't looking for that. I was looking to feel better. I was looking to get my health back. So she led with the products, and I'm so glad that she did, because I don't think I'd be here today had she not. I probably would have said, no, no thanks. So I share all of it. I share all of our solutions, and it is a great business. And I tell them, I touch on my story a little bit and say, just keep an open mind. Even if you're not looking for an opportunity, keep an open mind about the possibilities of what we have here. If nothing else, just to get your products paid for and share a gift with somebody else, your friends or family. If you decide to do more, the opportunity is endless. There's no cap on what we can earn in Isagenix, and you really deserve to look at this if you're looking for an opportunity.
And you have a whole lot of executives.
I lock arms with the ones that want it. I really I heard this at influencer summit, and I don't remember who said it, but they said, turn down the volume and watch the movie. I think that's brilliant, because I've heard so many people say, I'm going to do this, I just, if they're, I show them the way, and if they decide to do it, then I'm there to lock arms with them. But I don't drag people along, because time is precious.
Well, and that's the thing. And I think you're posturing yourself that way, and you see that. So automatically, what are you doing? Attracting that. And so I think what's really important that you added in the beginning is that you had a success coach, or you saw that there were things that you needed to get out of the way for you in order for you to be at that mentality to start attracting, like, I can do this. Why wouldn't this work for me? If this works for these people, it's going to work for me too. And then you start to bring in other people with that like mindset. So I think that that's really, really important. People need to understand that they can't just go out there and saying all the things that you're saying if you don't have that posture and that confidence behind it. So what would you, maybe not everyone has the access or the money or the wherewithal to get with a coach right now, but do you have any other tips maybe that you give some of your teammates as to creating that posture or building up that confidence in the business? Anything that you've told people?
I would just, I would get some good books. GoPro is one of my favorites for the network marketing industry. You really need to learn the industry, build your belief around that, because the more our income only grows to the extent that we grow. And that's so, so true. So and I can tell you, I'm a completely different person today than I was 6.5 years ago. I did not have this kind of posture. I was a disaster. I just verbal vomited Isagenix all over everybody. I had no idea what I was doing, but we learn in the process. So get around people that, get to events. I can't speak enough about events. I started promoting events from the day that I went to NYKO to my first event. I've been promoting them really, really heavily ever since that event, because it shifted everything for me. That's when the real big light bulb went off, and I'm like, wow, amazing. And I see it over and over again with my new teammates that go, and it clicks for them, and they come back and do amazing things. So events are huge. Personal growth and development. But bottom line is, just keep the main thing the main thing. You got to be talking to people. You got to be talking to a lot of people every single day. Share your passion. 30-second story. Don't verbal vomit. 30-second story is so powerful. Keep it tight. Use your upline support, 3-way calls. We do lots of 3-way calls, 3-way messages. We have our private, coaching group. So if you're brand new, you don't have to know everything. There's so many people and so much leadership and so many great tools in Isagenix. You'll learn, but you have to be consistent.
Do you set your goals for yourself every single year? I know I didn't ask you this question, but I'm thinking for this long, you've been doing it 6.5 years, and you consistently are the top enroller. You're consistently at the, along with finding that balance and everything. How do you go into every year? And what would you say to maybe some people who are ready to take their business up a notch this year, or ready to go for, but maybe want to, how do you structure your mindset every year? I know you love contests like I do, because we win them together. But beyond that, personally for you, what do you think has driven you?
I just have a competitive spirit. I love a challenge. I always have. So I do a lot of those things within my team, and I'm always like, let's go and let's do this together. For myself, I do set goals. My next goal is to max out my second position by celebration. So I have a vision board, and I think vision boards are so powerful. I saw that you and your family were doing that. They're so, so great. And I've seen it within my team, people that have done that, and just what we focus on, and, what is in the forefront of our minds, and we see it all the time. That's really, really important. On my cell phone, I have my next rank advancement. I have these things all around, so that I'm constantly thinking about that. So that's.
I think so too. It's having it there. I think that people underestimate the you know, they think, oh, I'm going to take time to talk to these people. I'm going to do all these busy tasks. But again, if you don't have that main thing and have your focus directed somewhere, then you will just continue to stay busy, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But that goes into kind of my last question for you. So many people say, you know, I don't know, you've probably heard this. Well, I want to be a 7-figure earner. I don't know if I want that because I don't want to work as hard as you do, or I don't want to, you know, have to do all these things. What do you say? I know what I say to people like that, but what do you say? And, you know, again, I love, you actually help me, like, in the sense that you've kept this consistency year after year after year. And I see you traveling with Tom and going on date nights and doing things with your kids. What would you say to some of those people who kind of come to you with like, do I have to work this hard forever? Or, you know, that type of narrative.
Well, I mean, I find out what their goals are, what is it they want to do, because it does take time, and it does take a lot of time. And I've put a lot of time into this. And I think every 7-figure earner has. I mean, it takes a lot to get to that point. But the nice thing about this is it's something that if you work it fast and you work it hard, that's why they call it the 4-year careers. And if you guys haven't read it, I highly recommend that. So you know, I worked really hard because I saw the opportunity and I wanted to go fast. Really, so that I could, if I wanted to slow down, I can. I mean, I built this solid foundation of an incredible team that if I wanted to slow down, I could. And that's the nice thing about this is I don't work as hard as I used to. I work a lot smarter, and I really qualify people for my time now. So I just would find out what their goals are. Not everybody wants to be a 7-figure earner. Not everybody is willing to put the time in, you know?
When you say qualify people for your time, how do you do that? What do you mean by that?
That means before I'm even getting on the phone, I'm qualifying them. I'm asking them some questions. If they start to give me any kind of excuses, I'm just off the phone. You know, I'm just like, and I'll take it away really, really quick because I just don't have time. You know, I'm just like, if it doesn't sound like it's the right time for you, I would love to help you. I know this could really change your life. Here's my number. When you're ready to get started, you can give me a call back.
I love that.
They call back.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Or say, you know what, this may just not be for you. And people hate to hear that. I mean, they do. So but I'm not here to sell a pack. I'm not here to try to convince someone about this opportunity. I know what we have here. I know. So when I'm getting on the phone, you know, I have an opportunity here that's life-changing for people, and either they're in or they're out.
What makes me so excited, one, is your confidence and your posture, but hearing that, because I think you're like, on to the next. I know there's more. I know there's, where I feel like so many people that I see that's so sad is they operate out of desperation. Like, oh, I got the one person that wrote me this week.
Instead of inspiration. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
these are the types of people.
I've got to, this is not a getting business. You know, people are out just trying to get people instead of really qualifying people. And I learned this at one training. I think it was maybe Chris and Lori Harder years ago. They talked about having a table of people around you. Who do you want to be at that table with? So I'm constantly thinking about that. Do I want this person in my business? Do I want this person sitting at my table? Do I want to travel on trips with this person? Do I want to spend a lot of time with this person? If the answer is no, you know, I'm probably not going to be spending a lot of time with them.
And then that makes it fun, right?
Yeah.
You have your best friends in this business with you. You have people that you're aligned with. You enjoy everything. You enjoy events.
We get to choose, and that's the beauty of this business. Is it's a choice. You know, we can choose our hours. We can choose what we do, when, with, you know.
I love you. I feel like I could talk to you for another hour. I've already taken 30 minutes of your time.
So awesome.
But I would love to just kind of hear, okay, there was a question in the chat that I was hoping that maybe you could just share how you would overcome this objection or how you would answer. Someone said, how much does it cost to get started? Do you give cost or price things right away, or do you ask them how much they're willing to spend, or how do you kind of go about the cost conversation?
Well, I can't stand that one because it's like, how can someone even talk about cost if they don't even know what it is? So I'll come back and say, if the value is great enough, does the cost matter?
Boom. Yes. Can you say it one more time?
If the value is great enough, does the cost matter?
Love it. And they're eating anyway. But yeah.
Do you eat food? You're going to save money.
I know.
And then, once they've watched it, seen a tool, or they've been in our group and, they kind of learn a little bit more about what it is, then we kind of value pack, ultimate pack too. I lead, the packs, and very rarely will I enroll someone with a 30-day, very rarely. But I would rather see them get started. So
can you guys please, just a sec, could you please mute your phone? Estella, I think your phone is unmuted. Could you please mute? Oh boy. Sorry, just a second. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to mute her. Well, we might take that as our ending to this. Here, Jennifer, I'm gonna mute everybody, and then if you could just unmute yourself again. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, are you there?
I'm here.
Yay. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. So I just want to thank you again for inspiring us all. I want to thank you for giving us this time today. I want to thank you for leading from the front and for continuing to just do amazing things. I think so often people are concerned about, what will success make my team feel like? What will success make, I don't know. I don't want to make anybody feel sad or bad around me, and you just continue to inspire by doing great and doing good. And as you know, and I know this is the part you love the most too, you bring people with you. When we're successful, it's not because we are, it's because we have this massive team of people under us that are duplicating. So, cheers to you for doing such a good job being duplicatable. And I just really appreciate the time that you gave us tonight.
Oh, and I love you, and I learned so much from you, and you just amaze me. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you, my friend. And this is recorded, so I know there are so many people. I want you to look at the chat. They're like blowing it up, saying how amazing you are and just how much we appreciate your time tonight. I will have this recorded so you guys can use it as a tool. I'll send it to you, Jennifer, and I'll give it to our team as well. So
much fun. Thank you, guys.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.